Hey, fathers, dads, buds, and lads, welcome to the show. Welcome to my house. This is Trent, Fatherhood Confessions here, going live Friday night. Man, I'm excited to be back. Excited that you're deciding to hang out with me for the next few minutes. Man, it's good to be alive. Man, we got so much to be thankful for. Breath in our lungs. We're on this side of the turf, if you know what I mean. And we're going to enjoy the next 30 minutes. It's only a 30-minute session, or at least I plan on making it a 30-minute session. But sometimes, depending on the content, the conversation, of course, and the comments that are dropped, it may go a little longer. But hey, buds, it's Friday. And you know what that means? It means it's time to kick up your feet, relax, and reload. Hey, grab your drink. You know what's customary here on FC? We got to do the traditional pop the can open. Are you ready? Listen to this can hiss. Oh, yes. Welcome again. Tonight we're going to talk about, are you frustrated, Dad? Are you frustrated, fathers? Do you know what's behind your frustration? And what are some of those triggers that are frustrating you? And we'll have a candid conversation. Hey, this channel exists for no other reason but to help dads journey through parenting, through honest, candid, real conversation. And that's what I'm about. I don't have education. I don't have certification. I don't have any degrees. But I do have an open heart, open mind. I'm real, and I have experience, and I learn from others. So guys, welcome. Welcome. Hey, if this is your very first time here at FC on this channel, do me a favor. If this is the kind of content you're looking for, why don't you drop a like? Here, there it is, right there. The bottom of the screen. Why don't you click that like button for me? It helps the YouTube algorithm. And of course, YouTube uses that to help promote and push stuff out. So if you can do that, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, like, subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified every time I go live and I drop content. Every Monday I drop content. I do a video, a pre-recorded video. And of course, Friday night, Feature Friday, we like to go live. I like to go live. And tonight, this is Feature Friday. And if you don't know already what Feature Friday is all about, what I do is I take a source, whether it is something I've heard someone say, an online article, some thoughts that are run through my mind. Sometimes I have a guest on here with me. Last time was my wife. But I just take what's floating out around there and I try to apply it to real life to help us make sense of this whole fatherhood game. And we are in. Guys, if you got your drink there, take a sip. Join me. Cheers. It's Friday night. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's cold. Anyways, again, I cannot tell you enough how much I appreciate each and every one of you that have decided to make FC a place of their own, to hang out with me, to learn, to share, and to collaborate. And what it means to be a father in the 21st century. I have two kids, one who's a teenager, and I have another girl who's 9, and boy, it is like Jumanji sometimes, if you know what I mean. It is a rat race. We got all kinds of different emotions flying around the house. It can get chaotic, confusing, but you know what? We know, guys, come on, confess with me. That's what this channel is all about. Confess. It is not easy. And we are not perfect, but yet we are perfectly needed. So, if you're on live right now, welcome to the game. Welcome to the game once again. And we are we're going to get into just a few moments. But I got a few things planned for you tonight, and I hope you enjoy it. But first, before we go any further, why don't we start off with a dad joke? You can't have a channel geared to fathers and dads without dropping a dad joke or two from time to time. Dad jokes are like a a fresh, cold glass of water on a hot day. Well, at least I like to think it is. So I came across this dad joke, and I actually release dad jokes on my YouTube channel. I try to put one out one a day, but sometimes 3 to 4 a week. But this one came out recently. I found it, and I thought I'd share it, and it goes like this. How do you find Will Smith in a snowstorm? Let me repeat. How do you find Will Smith in a snowstorm? Think about it. You have the brain cranking there. You're thinking the wheels are turning. Well, here's the answer. How do you find Will Smith in a snowstorm? You follow the Fresh Prince. Yes, love it. So good. Hey, there's a lot of new ones out there. I'll share one maybe a little later on in the broadcast tonight. But anyway, welcome guys. Awesome. So, without further ado, let's jump right into our regularly scheduled program here. If you don't notice already, in my countdown tonight, you'll notice that I have a brand new logo, so you want to check that out. Let me know in the comments below if you like the old logo, the silhouette, or do you like my new logo? It's more of a cartoon logo of myself. So, just let me know. I'd like to know. Very well may have an impact on which logo I may and will use in the future. But I really like this new one, but I like your feedback. So without further ado, let's get into it. So let's scoot over here. And let's... Oh, I don't want to ruin it for you. So before we start, I want to bring you to... Let's go right here. Yeah, let's go over here, and let's look at this dad fails video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Here it goes. Nailed him.
It's cold. Oh my God, do it! Push him!
Oh! She got a ball in the face. That hurt. No, this is how you juggle fatherhood.
Oh no. I told you.
Oh no, he went right to the trampoline.
You
That's
are
hilarious.
kidding me.
No, this doesn't look a start now. Oh no.
What did one casket say to the other casket? Is that you coughing?
Good dad joke.
Okay, you gonna stay there? Where are you going? Where? That's not smart. Your head's too heavy. Oop. Okay, try that again. What? Just sit here. Nope. You're good. Nope.
Come on,
there you go
Dad.
again.
He's got
Okay.
no strength. Hold him up. Hold him up.
Let's keep practicing.
I used to do that with my kids too.
Learning how to sit.
It's amazing how different moms and dads handle their kids. When moms go out to play, dads take over. Sweet.
Is Daddy pushing you?
Ooh, a little too hard there. A little too hard. Little flip. Oh. Ooh. Oh. I don't know who you blame there, the dad or the swing.
If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray.
Go ahead.
busted.
Welcome to American Glee Later. Let's go.
Ooh. Oh, that happened to me so many times.
Okay, hold it there.
Or my kids, I should say.
Oh! Are you okay?
Come on, you gotta have some fun Friday night. This is good. That wasn't well thought out.
Not easy, huh? Want Dad to break it? Dad, break it?
Can't be a hero all the time, Dad.
You got mine. Try to walk up.
Oh, don't crash, don't crash.
Oh.
Are you okay?
Let me see your insurance,
All
my
right,
friend.
all
Let
right.
me see your
You guys
insurance.
are okay? You don't want any?
Oh, no.
Just doing a quick workout.
That's hilarious. A couple more scenes here and then we move on.
Yes, it is.
Oh shit.
Hilarious. So good. Those are funny. Well, without further ado, let's continue on. I just want to tell you about my, again, I want to promote my YouTube channel with y'all. If you're from the States, Florida, Texas, y'all. Got a couple friends from the States. If you're listening later, you know who you are. So I had a little tribute there to you guys. So, again, there's my new logo. And helping dads navigate parenting through honest conversation. Honest conversation. Being real, raw, and laying it all on the table. And that's what we're doing. So, as you see on my channel here, I have tons of videos that, I've only had this channel for 2 months. So, there's a lot of content there. How to be a good dad, part 1. How to be a good dad, part 2. Different, you see there, showing affection to your kids. Kind of what that does to your kids and how that affects them. So, there's a lot of stuff there. So, anyway, hey, why don't you jump aboard the FC train? Would love to have you. Again, let's have a drink. Salute you guys, you dads, you heroes. Thanks for joining the live tonight. So, without further ado, let's head over here. And let's talk about this. Where is it? Let's talk about this tonight for a few minutes. Are you frustrated, dads? Do you find yourself frustrated sometimes over things that are trivial, things that don't matter? Or maybe you might find yourself frustrated over things that, you can justify. with your children or with yourself. I read some material this week, and I came across this one author who said the reason a lot of times we get frustrated and angry with our children is because we see something that resembles us in them, and it's something we don't like in ourselves. And so it causes frustration, unease, and agitation in us. So that's something we need to keep in mind, because like if we're getting frustrated and angry, which I was one time, that's my confession. At one time I got frustrated and angry over every little thing. Like a toddler, a toddler, 2-3-year-old, my son dropping food on the floor. Come on, we all know that's inevitable. It is going to happen. Laying a deuce in their diaper or in their clothes, or dropping a glass, or wasting milk. All these little things, we have to understand these things are going to happen. Our kids are growing, learning, they're handling things, they're learning independence, and we need to give them space to fail. But often the case when we do, we get frustrated, right? We get angry, we get upset, because yes, it is true. A lot of these moments when these things happen, whether it's spilled milk, a cereal, dinner, they throw something at the TV and break it. All those are unfortunate. They do create angst in us because, number one, we have to replace it, so it costs money. We have to clean it, it's time, and we have to replace it, and that's energy. So yeah, there's a real mixed bag of emotions that go into being a father, being a parent. So stay the course though, guys, because at the end of the day, parenting or being a father amidst our frustrations is sticking to it, apologizing, getting back on the saddle, and continuing on. But today, let's answer this question. What are the triggers that are behind our frustrations? When we do get frustrated, whatever the case may be, whatever we're getting frustrated over, we got to ask the question, and this is something that my wife often told me: what is triggering your frustration? What is really there beyond or behind all the layers of frustration? So, so I begin to ask myself some questions about frustration. And where they're coming from, or the triggers. And if you don't know what a trigger is, triggers are the things that your child does, they say, they feel, and it's all conducive to them. It's everything your child does, says, and feels, and you have a negative energy towards it, or negative response. You just respond due to what they say, what they do, and how they're feeling, right? So case in point, you're going to work, you're getting your kids ready for school, and they get sick. So that's something they're feeling. But because sickness has come on, now you got to find a babysitter, maybe you have to take them to the doctor. You know how it is. They have to have them stay home, and so your day is kind of, it's true. And so you are frustrated. Why did this have it happen today? And it happens to the best of us. And so we need to pause in those moments and ask ourselves, is this something that we could change? Could we have prevented it? Most likely no. So we have to really fess up, get real with ourselves. And is this something really worth getting frustrated over? Now, for me, I used to, like I said, I got frustrated over every little thing. And over the past few years, that has changed dramatically. I don't know. I can't even begin to tell you an exact point when that frustration, I guess, I was able to apprehend that frustration and kind of communicate with my frustration and ask it questions and tell it what to do next. But see, when it comes to triggers, it all depends on our childhood. What was our childhood like as a person? Sorry. What it depends on our childhood, what our childhood was like, and who we are as people, who we are as individual people, right? So depending on, so something might make you angry to somebody else, they may be able to just shrug it off and laugh. Some people shut down. Some people get upset. Some people rise to the occasion and, they want to come to their aid, or they don't mind interruptions. But a lot of it has to do with feeling completely out of control. And with that, we feel our frustration then leads to punishment, right? We want to do something to get things back into order. You hear what I'm saying? If that's you, right, drop it in the comments. What do you get frustrated over? And do you know what triggers that frustration? And it's funny because these triggers that often happen, or these frustrations and what triggers it often happens, it's almost automatic. It's almost like timer, right? Sometimes they're really out of proportion with our emotions and feelings. And it's really hard to understand our reaction, and I get it. But with that, a couple more comments, and I'll move on. I got 5 minutes left. I don't want to stay on here too long. Triggers are often related to things from our own upbringings, right? Schooling, our experiences. Like for me, I was bullied when I was a kid. So when my kids make remarks to me, sometimes it brings back those memories. Now, I don't play on that level anymore, but the power of a memory is interesting, right? And so I say to my kids, don't say that, because this is how it makes someone feel. Why? Because at one point I was that person that those comments were aimed at. So all these experiences can be conjured up inside of us, and we need to ask ourselves a question: are we okay? And if we're not okay, what do we need to do to get free of that, to confess and move on, or get some kind of therapy or counseling to make sure that doesn't, it's not turned on its head and against our kids. So triggers don't have to be just negative things our children do. It could be positive things as well. So what do triggers look like? And I want to look at some common triggers that we probably face. So let me bring this down and let me pop this up. Let me see here. Here we go. What are some common triggers? Right on the screen for you. Here's some common triggers that I have heard and have experienced. Boy, that's loud. Let me turn my phone down. My phone is going off all crazy. Yeah, so here's some triggers. Concerns about waste, right? So children wasting food, for example. You get frustrated over that. Concerns about health. When kids are not eating and not feeling good, it sometimes creates frustration in us. Wish we could prevent it. Concerns about safety. Are children going to be okay? Is this too risky? And sometimes we allow our kids to go on a school trip or over to their friend's house for the night, or whatever the case may be. And so we may be frustrated at that, right? Because we don't want to give children that room to authentically be themselves and kind of spread their wings and fly and kind of establish themselves and try new things. Children that are arguing. My kids argue all the time. I have a boy and a girl. Boy is older, girl is younger. And when they argue, sometimes it goes on for hours, sometimes days. And I'll be honest, confession point here. It is absolutely frustrating. And so instead of, the volume in the room is already high. So instead of interjecting with more yelling, what I do is I go over to them and I stand in the middle of them, or the one that's doing the talking, or one of them, and I stand in front of them and ask them, why are you yelling? Is there a need to yell? Now, I don't always get that right, but that's what I aim for. Children not sharing. Children being unkind. Now, these are some of the common triggers. When we see our children not being kind, that creates frustration in us, right? Children being dishonest. There is nothing worse than a lie, especially when we know the truth. Factual truth, like straight out, we know the truth. I won't tell you what it was, but my daughter tries to keep and hide things from us. And we know what she's hiding because we found it. And she'll say right to our face, no, I didn't hide it, or no, I didn't do that. And we know very well. And so that creates frustration as well. Children not using manners. Have your children ever not used manners in a store or at somebody's house, and you've stopped them and said, hey, what do you say? Right? And it's not bad to interject and have a teachable moment there with your kids. Children talking back. One thing my father taught me as a kid, you never talk back to another adult. You never talk back to another a guardian or somebody that's of an older age. You show respect, but talking back is frustrating. Children being picky. I don't know, maybe you have picky children. What they wear, what they eat, what they watch, and that frustrates you. Children being bossy. I mean, there's nothing more frustrating. Children being rude. Children being angry. All of these things. How about this one? Children throwing tantrums, right? So we have tantrums in quotation marks because tantrums can be anything and over anything. Throwing a tantrum of, I don't want to eat that for dinner. And on goes the story. Children crying, maybe there's excessive crying and it just overwhelms. So you can see all these things that trigger a frustration. Children being silly when it's time to be serious, right? Children not listening. Children not taking you seriously. Loud noises. A mess. Maybe you're one of those clean freak parents that a mess just gets you off, right? A lack of privacy in the home. A lack of personal space. Not respecting space, right? Even with our kids, they go into the rooms. We still knock their door and say it's okay to come in. We're not asking them to come in. Are you okay? Is it okay in there? I'm about to come in. So that kind of respects their space and, of course, lets them know that, hey, we're intentionally coming to you to talk. Feeling unappreciated. That's a big thing for fathers, right? Right, dads? Not feeling appreciated for all that you do. And, of course, kids are learning to acknowledge those moments where they need to take advantage of showing appreciation. Feeling ignored, feeling unheard, feeling touched out, feeling disrespected. And the last one's feeling tired and overwhelmed. And I was reading another article, too, that a lot of parents, when it comes to frustration, is because of exhaustion. All of these things, you can find a trace of exhaustion from working, from chores, from caring, from worrying, from thinking. There's so many things that we have in our head and energy that we expend that when kids don't show the rest of those things, personal space, privacy, respect, manners, yelling, screaming, ungrateful, all those things, we have a tendency to fly off the cuff, right? And it's true. But all of that is better handled when someone told me this. Good fatherly advice. Get good sleep. When your kids go to bed, try to get good sleep. Go to bed when they go to bed. Get good sleep, because a lack of sleep, when you're exhausted and tired, creates such a point of tension in you, and it makes you feel relaxed. So those are just a couple things. Now let me see what we have over here. Here's some 7 trigger clues. Anytime you feel you're excessively angry at the kids, and you know what I mean, yelling at the top of your lungs, sweaty palms, red face, veins popping out of your head, you've definitely been triggered. That's how you know. Anytime you feel deeply sad, upset, or hurt after your child did or said something, but you know you shouldn't take it personally, you've probably been triggered, right? You really got to know how to categorize these things. If the upset, fearful, or angry feelings are out of proportion to the situation, which you realize after you cool down, you've probably been triggered. So, like, flying off the cuff, getting angry and frustrated and yelling because, I don't know, your kid left their baseball glove at their friend's house. Big deal, right? Again, that doesn't match the violation, which is not really a violation, doesn't match the point of frustration. If you feel like your reactions, number 4, are out of control, you've definitely been triggered. If you can't control yourself at all. If you feel like you've experienced this kind of feeling many times before, it feels very familiar, you've been triggered. If the feelings seem to come out of nowhere and you can't really identify or put your finger on it, you've been triggered. If the feelings come out and you're expressing yourself, you're just flat out angry and just ticked off, within seconds, you go to 0 to 100 in seconds, you've probably been triggered. And the 7th one is if you find yourself suddenly wanting to grab, slap, spank, otherwise physically hurt your child, you've definitely been triggered. So when it moves from verbal to taking action, it's very well you could be triggered. You've been triggered, and your frustration is now like a match. It's been lit, and now you have the choice. Do you put it out? Or you let it burn, right? Well, guys, listen. Thank you for joining me tonight, and close that off here. Let me bring you to this page. Sorry, here we go. I want to thank each and every one of you. I'm at 60, I think almost 65 subscribers right now. But once I get to 100, here's what I want to do, show my appreciation. I want to do a giveaway, a gift giveaway for all my YouTube subscribers. For showing your support, for clicking that subscribe button and sharing my content, responding to my content, liking my content. And what I want to do is that when I hit 100 subscribers, as you see the number of 100 on the screen there, when I hit 100 subscribers, I want to give away an Amazon gift card. Right now I haven't decided what amount. I think I may have maybe squealed on myself and said an amount last time, but I'm going to keep it on the low down right now. But I want to show my appreciation. So, hey, like and subscribe. Share the video. Share it with your friends and family. People, dads, mainly dads. Moms, you can join the game too. Lots of parenting advice as well. Would love to have you as the next family member of the FC crew. So if you can do that, that'd be fantastic. Again, I'm going to give away an Amazon gift card. Once I have 100 subscribers, what I'm going to do, here's how I'm going to do it. When it's time to give away this gift card, I'm going to ask everyone to do something, whether it's make a comment in one of my videos, who knows, but you're going to have to comment and share the video and maybe another thing or two, but I'll see. But I'll just want to make sure that you are subscribing and that you are liking and that you're commenting. That's the 3 big ones, but I'll flesh that out as time goes on. But that's it. Hey, big, huge thanks to you guys. This is why I'm here. This is why I come on. Have some fun, throw out some facts, and make this very informative time where we can enjoy ourselves and just kick back and relax. Well, guys, I'm a few minutes over the stream tonight, but hey, thanks a lot. You guys are my heroes. Keep the course. Stay the course. You're not perfect, but you're perfectly needed. Listen, it's all about having an honest conversation. It's about helping each other. Hey, putting a plug in for each other. If you ever need any help, listen, reach out. Would love to have you in the FC family. My email, if you want to reach me by email and just drop me a note and create a relationship, that'd be cool. fatherhoodconfessions@hotmail.com. Go ahead, send me an email. We'd love to hear from you. I will get back to you. I promise you that. But let's help each other. Let's continue to move forward as dads. I encourage you, stay the course. Don't give up. Listen, there's no such thing as Bob Ross. There's no such thing as mistakes, only happy accidents. That's a classic one. Well, guys, it's been a slice. Thank you for cracking open a nice cold drink and enjoying a Friday 30 minutes with me. It is time to depart. It's time to move on. Our kids were having a fire tonight. I came in just for 30 minutes to do a live feed. Going to join them again for maybe another s'more or two. I think we might watch a movie. But hey, it's all about being present and being around, right? So guys, without further ado, I'll let you go. Thanks for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. And may you have a fantastic, productive and restful rest of your weekend. Have a good night. Peace.